Hey guys, I wanted to do a review on the Starlight-12 Medium Pegasus. I've been maining this has been my main mouse for about a little over a month now since I got it December 18th at the pop-up event. Yeah, and it's January 20th, so a little bit over a month. Uh, Let me start with the shape. The shape is amazing. Even though it's a smaller mouse, like it's smaller than what I've used to, I really like it, especially for claw grip. I could palm it if I wanted to, but I'm not a freak. So I have 17 by 8 or 17.8 by 9.8 hands, I think. And then so this is even though it's labeled as a medium mouse, it's about the same size as the Viper Mini. The Viper Mini has a little higher hump, but they're pretty much around the same size. So if you used a Viper Mini, this is pretty much the size of the mouse. Uh so yeah, I really like the shape. It's really good for me. It's really easy to control, even though it's only like 47 grams. And I don't really understand that, but yeah. Uh, Next thing I want to talk about is the mouse feet. The stock mouse feet were fucking horrible. I don't know why. I haven't seen anyone talk about them being bad, but the mouse feet on my copy were scratchy. They scratched the hell out of my Artisan Zero, and there's a very noticeable area in the middle of the mouse pad that's just white because of how scratchy it was, and it was scratchy on a GSR too. So I don't know. I didn't really try. Well, I did try it on my Jupiter too, but I didn't do it for that long because I was like, oh, I don't want to fuck this pad up. But yeah, the mouse feet were awful. I replaced it with core pads from and I got them from Lethal Gaming Gear. I tried Tiger Ice too, but core pads just offered me more control, and yeah, they're just. I guess it's just a better balance of control and speed. Uh, the battery life. The battery life is crazy on this mouse. I got it December 18th, and I probably didn't have to charge it until like the first week of January, somewhere around there. And it was the only mouse I was using. This is my main. It was my productivity mouse too, I guess. But yeah, the battery life on this is crazy good. I think it turns off if you don't use it after like 5 seconds, which probably helps with the battery life. Um, the downside to that is that there's no software to check battery life, which I don't really like. Like on Logitech mice, you could just go on the G Hub, and Razer mice, you could go on Synapse, and you could check the percentages. But on this, the only real way you have is to turn this off and turn it back on, and you see it's flashing green, which I mean, that probably means it's good. Yellow is probably like halfway, and then red is probably like, oh man, you really need to charge this. The sensor is great. I have no lag with it. I haven't lagged with it at all. There's no spin outs. I mean, it's a really good mouse. I mean, I'm paying $200 for this. The wireless better be good. The only issue I have with the sensor is probably the LOD. I wish the LOD was a little higher. I had to adjust to the lower LOD. I think it's like 1 millimeter, but the core pads I have are like 0.65 millimeters, so that kind of helps too, I think. So yeah, but speaking of it being $200, yeah, this is $200 after taxes, so it's like 205, 206, something like that. So it's a crazy amount for a mouse, and you really only pay that much if you're like really serious about your gaming, I guess. So it better be top notch. I mean, it is the first magnesium alloy mouse. The bottom's plastic, so you don't really to allow the wireless connection to get out. So don't really push on that. But like the sides are perfectly fine. I haven't had any problems with the build quality. I guess I saw a picture on Reddit where you could like push this out, but I mean like you really have to look for that. You really have to go out of your way to do that. Um, so yeah, I think it's really good. The worst part about it was the mouse feed that I got. I think the switches are Kale 8.0s. I don't really like the mouse wheel. Sometimes when I use the mouse wheel down to jump in a Valorant. And when sometimes I'll scroll up to reset the step because sometimes it'll get stuck in between steps. But that's like me with all mice. And it'll make me jump, and that hasn't happened to me with the Superlight or any other mouse. So I don't know. But yeah, the mouse wheel is kind of I don't know. Compared to the I like the Superlight's mouse wheel a lot more. I guess it's because Maybe it's because it's stiffer. I don't know. But this one's really soft and it's really, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, I think the switches in this are KL 8.0s, or I guess they're supposed to be. Some of the mice don't have KL 8.0s. Because this is really just a reskin of the Phantom. If you can see that, I don't know, but it really just says Phantom on the sticker. So here I'm gonna do a real quick sound test of the clicks. That's left click, right click, side buttons. If my mic will pick up the mouse wheel, that's great. Yeah, the side buttons are cool. I don't really use them. My thumb's really out of the way, and I really never use them in any game. But I really like the mouse. I really have no bad things to say about it. I guess the bad things are the mouse feet is $200, and that it comes in limited drops. So I mean, I guess that's kind of cringe, but like that's how Finalmouse operates. But this mouse right here is my main. It's my favorite mouse, probably in general, that I've tried. Even though it's smaller, I would want to try the small. But yeah, I think this is a great mouse. And if you have $200 to spend, if you really are serious about your performance, at least FPS wise, I think this mouse is a cop. Get some core pads on it though, or Tiger Eyes, whichever you prefer. Don't use the stock feet; they're garbage.